In a world designed to drown you in noise, the ultimate rebellion is a clear signal. I don't sell luxury. I sell the framework for sanity. It's like a digital garden in the middle of a concrete wasteland. It's the sound of a rainy afternoon in a world that has forgotten what rain feels like without acid in it. While the rest of the city is screaming for a spotlight, Chill Hop is content to sit in the corner, providing the steady, mellow pulse that keeps my mind from fracturing. It's my quiet rebellion against the chaos.
Mata, 地元のニュースでは、市議会は昨日の第4地区での AB 衝突に続いて、新しい空気制限を正式に可決しました。一方、残骸からのヒドラジン燃料により、大都市圏に激しい酸性、雨が降りしました。住民は市が汚染を浄化するまで、おうち内にとどまるよう、裏がなむされています。
Hydrazine? Jeez. That's more toxic than rain clouds pouring down battery acid. I hope people stay indoors until the cleanup is finished. Hey, Judy! I didn't know you were an early riser.
I'm usually not. Listen, Sanderson, we have a major problem.
What's going on? Explain.
It's 46B. I've lost control of it. The BD rig blew out its secondary dampeners. The control matrix didn't just crash, it dissolved. A thermal spike in the sensory feed triggered a system-wide failure.
Whoa, slow down. English, Judy, I'm no techie. Put it in words I can understand.
I can't direct Organism 46B anymore. It has completely broken free of manual override. I was running combat scenarios through a BD editor when 46B went rogue. I sent a command through the BD editor. Attack Arasaka, but it must have taken the command literally. It responded with a feedback so strong that it blew out the transmitter attached to its back. I can't send commands to it anymore, Sanderson. It's heading for Tokyo as we speak, autonomously. And I can't stop it.
Our assault on Arasaka isn't supposed to start until next week. Please tell me you have another way to tame this beast.
There's a secondary backup receiver installed inside its frontal lobe. But I've thrown every diagnostic script, patch, and override code I have at it. I even tried activating its kill switch. But it's not responding to anything I throw at it. How do you want to proceed, Sanderson? Shit.
I'm holding an emergency meeting in conference room 1A. I want our team to be there at 1800 hours. Tell our commandos to be ready to deploy in 24 hours.
Do you think Hanako is suspicious about this plan?
Maybe. Maybe not. I honestly don't know. But I do know Hanako has a keen intellect mind. I'm good at covering my tracks, but she's not known for letting things slip by her. As Empress now, she holds absolute power and wealth in the family. She uses psychological manipulation and cold pragmatism without ever needing to touch a weapon. While soldiers rely on chrome and firepower, Hanako destroys her opposition with a simple nod. She commands the entire weight of the Arasaka Empire, including private armies, orbital defense networks, top-tier netrunners, and elite bodyguards. Her primary tool is her soft-spoken composure. She projects elegance, calm, and traditional honor, causing those around her to drop their guard. This convinces politicians they're negotiating with a trusted person. In reality, she turns them into pawns without them realizing they're working for her.
I'm sorry, Sanderson. This is my fault. I didn't synchronize the—
No, this is not your fault. I started this operation and knew the consequences of releasing a bioweapon on the streets. Even with all of our precautions and safety measures, it wasn't enough. I'll be the one to take full responsibility.
Whoa, I'm guessing this has something to do with Organism 46B?
We have a massive tactical disadvantage. Organism 46B has gone rogue. It's on its way to Arasaka HQ, completely, without us. We have to strike. If we don't hit Arasaka now, they'll concentrate their heavy defense against the creature and eventually destroy it. If that happens, Danger Gal's main spearhead weapon gets wiped out before we can even breach their data center.
And the bioweapon won't be the only thing we'll lose.
Exactly. If the creature is killed, Arasaka's netrunners and forensic teams will begin dismantling the corpse. If they find the transmitter attached to its back, they'll decrypt the data and eventually track the signal straight back to us. We can't have that under any circumstances. We're strong, but attacking Arasaka HQ alone would be absolute suicide, even with Danger Gal's best commandos at our back. We need a surgical strike to cover 46B's advance. So here's the plan. There'll be 2 strike teams, Ghost 1 and Ghost 2. Ghost 1 will be Danger Gal commandos and myself. We'll come in by helicopter and fast rope down on top of the building. From there, we'll start working our way downward floor by floor until we find Hanako and capture her. Ghost 2 will be Sweet Phone and KSW. Her team specializes in electronic warfare and noise cancellation. They'll infiltrate from underneath the building through the tunnel system. Their job is to find to the main server and access Arasaka's databases. KSW will gather as much data as possible. Once Hanako is captured and the data is secured, the last phase will be installing an antimatter bomb inside the building. Commandos will do this. They'll let us know once it's set up. When everything is done, Ghost 1 will exfil by helicopter while Ghost 2 escapes through the underground tunnel system using the Rayfield Karnwenin. Once we're out of Tokyo Bay, we'll detonate the bomb. Any questions?
What will the helicopter do after you guys land?
The bird will circle the building and provide gunship support for the commandos. They'll drill sniper holes through the walls if Hanako troops try to get anywhere near the windows.
So, where's the entrance tunnel once our boots hit the ground?
Here. Kawasaki. There's an unregulated service tunnel located here. It's about a dozen miles away from Tokyo. All the service tunnels in Tokyo are heavily guarded, so you'll have to travel underground through the tunnel system to reach the data center. The place is a labyrinth nightmare, but don't worry, I'll mark it on your maps so you know exactly where to go. My informants tell me the place is under constant surveillance. You have to move fast with the Karnwenin to bypass their security. Any other questions?
What will happen to 46B after the mission?
46B will die in the antimatter blast.
Shame we can't send it back to its homeland. It might be an endangered species.
You don't want to know what me and Judy done to that thing to make it a servitude. We put it through months of psychological torture and pain just to make it obedient. It lost its individuality long ago. It's better off dead. But let's not lose focus on the mission. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. Get some rest, everyone. Same time, we meet here, then load up on the chopper with all of our gear. Dismissed.
All right, ladies, gents, and whoever else managed to navigate our terminal without completely losing their mind, welcome aboard. This is your captain speaking, Moira Khan.
Mouse, is that you up there? It's been a while. It's good to see you back in action.
Now, a few of you who recognize my flight tag might be wondering why I'm sitting in the cockpit instead of lounging on a simulated beach. Well, full disclosure, I actually tried the whole retirement thing for 6 months. Turns out, sitting around a climate-controlled biodome, sipping synthetic pina coladas, while my flight implants idle on low power mode, is absolute agony. If I had to listen to one more chrome-plated retiree complain about their rust proofing or their optics glitching during cyber bingo, I was going to jump off the orbital sky bridge without a glide suit. So, I dragged my gear out of storage, bribed your recruiter, and jacked back into the pilot seat. You're welcome.
It wouldn't be the same without you, Mouse.
Rita? Since when did you start learning to fly?
After last week's training, turns out I got a knack for piloting gunships. Topped out high scores on the simulation, but I'm just the co-pilot. I don't have many years of experience as Mouse does.
We're all set for clear skies. The weather ahead looks mostly decent, barring a bit of classic grey drizzle where we're heading, because nature wouldn't dare disappoint us. Now, I know most of you have heard this spiel 1,000 times, but the fine folks on the ground insist I run through the formalities. So, let's make a quick trade. You pretend to listen, and I'll pretend you're actually taking notes. First things first, click that seatbelt tight across your lap, and I do mean snug. Not loose enough to slide out like a wet noodle if we encounter a little sky bump on our way up. Keep it fastened whenever you're in your seat, because gravity has a rather cheeky sense of humor, and frankly, I don't feel like filling out the extra incident reports today. In case of an emergency, safety compliance insists I actually explain what happens if everything goes completely belly up. So pay attention for 60 seconds, because if this bird goes down, I'm ejecting first and leaving you lot to figure it out. In the wildly improbable event that we lose cabin pressure, say a stray EMP hits us, or a rogue street drone decides to use our hull for target practice, neon yellow breather masks will drop from the ceiling display panel. Do not panic, and please do not attempt to hack the dispensers for a quick hit of free nitrous oxide. Just pop the mask over your nose and mouth, pull the elastic strap, and breathe normally. Secure your own mask first, before helping others. If their neural processor glitches from oxygen deprivation, frankly, that's an HR problem, not mine. If we encounter an unplanned high-speed terrestrial impact, which is the PR department's fancy term for crashing into a skyscraper, the emergency lights will turn blood red. When you hear the alarm tone, lean forward, wrap your arms over your head, and brace. Try to shield your primary optical implants and high-end cyberware against your knees. Replacement chrome in this market is an absolute rip-off, and insurance definitely won't cover user negligence. Should we make a splashdown in the harbor, your seat cushion doubles as a flotation device. Will it protect your organic tissue from the biohazardous runoff and heavy metals in the water? Absolutely not. But on the bright side, it'll keep your corpse bobbing nicely on the surface, so the salvage crew can harvest your biometrics without using a dragnet. Emergency exits are marked by the blinking green strips along the floor, assuming the power grid hasn't fried. If we have to hit the eject button, leave your gear, cyberdecks, and for the love of the god, do not stop to film a vlog on the way out. Safety lecture is over. If we do go down, just try not to scream too loudly over the comms. It ruins my concentration. Spooling up the fusion drives now. Hold on to your seats. Well, this will be a fun ride.